Yeah, I mean, right now, most major governments, whether it's the U.S. government, the European government, the Japanese government, or here in Hong Kong as well, the primary focus of regulators is making sure that there's clear rules around all of this private sector innovation that's happening. And so the private sector is innovating in digital currency at an extraordinary pace. And at the same time, yes, there are certainly experiments that governments are running where the governments want to run technology themselves, want to roll that technology out to retail users themselves. But I think in the market, there's a very strong preference, whether it be from the financial intermediaries themselves and the end users that are using these technologies to tap the private sector for that innovation. We've certainly seen that in China, where the E-CNY, right, people would rather use Alipay and WeChat Pay. And so the focus of most governments is, let's make sure there's good, safe rules around stablecoins. And while they might continue doing R&D on government-administered projects, our expectation is that really the private sector and open source technologies and open internet technologies are really what are going to take off and thrive in this new internet financial system.
Jeremy, what do you make of the conversation in the US? The SEC feels that Bitcoin should be classified as a security, and that's getting a lot of pushback from the industry. That's ongoing. How could that entire regulatory landscape and the conversation change after the election?
Well, a couple things. So first, the SEC has actually made it clear Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities; they're digital commodities. And I think there's a broader view, it's increasingly a consensus view that a significant amount of the digital assets that are built up on blockchains are digital commodities. And so I think there's legislation and there's regulation, and the legislation is and the role of Congress is really to think through these new technologies and the risks with them, the opportunities with them, and make sure fair and balanced rules are established around these industries. That's happened in a lot of places in the world. It's coming in the United States. I think with the presidential election, while there certainly may be differences in approach between one administration and another administration, what we've actually seen through this electoral cycle is that really these have become bipartisan issues. As I like to say, crypto is purple, and these bipartisan issues around getting rules right for markets, getting stablecoin rules in place, leadership across Democrats, senators, House, Republicans, et cetera, are really converging around some things. And so we expect to see progress on this relatively quickly, no matter who wins the election.